Then we pump those profits back into the profit cycle to generate even more profits. And I know what you're going to say. Profits? Yes, Stan. You're soaking in them.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is your boy ExtrmWill, and this is my tech channel. And I guess we're just going to begin off with saying everyone in the comments is right all the time, and I'm wrong. And I'm dumb. Yeah, so everything was going along pretty good. I made, $32.76 in the last 24 hours. And then right before I came home, my ultimate plan to stop my Windows updates did not work. And Mr. J. Kashimara was 100% right, and I was 100% wrong. Yeah, I came home, I want to say 27 of my 30 machines were turned off within this 2-hour period here. I probably got out of work right here and then got home about here. So yeah, I got everything turned back on and running. Everything is kind of like loading, so we'll see how it goes. For the last 7 days so far, it says, almost $3 into today. Yesterday was $35.83. Day before that, $33.78. Day before that, $40. Day before that, like $45. Day before that, $44.39. Day before that, $35. So overall, I'd say it's been doing pretty decent. This is definitely gonna take a little chunk out of it here. These Windows updates. I need to come up with a better solution. When we get into the comments, we'll take a look at all that. I was going to run through, I guess we can take a look at this slide here first. It looks like pretty much everything right now is in somewhat of demand. So your machines should all be working and going right now. 3090 Ti's at the top of the list. Not like a very popular, I don't know if popular is the right term. They didn't make a whole lot of them. It's a rare card. Rare is probably the right word. It's a rare card. It's a really good card, but it's rare because they didn't make a lot. So if you do have a 3090 Ti, very likely to be running 4090s right now in the number 2 slot. Gotta like that. Like it when the 4090's up real high. So I imagine tomorrow, this isn't going to crush my reliability time just because 30 machines are always running. They're almost never down. So my reliability score can't really get any higher than it already is. So they should be back up and running really quickly as long as there are actually jobs. I expect the 34090s probably all be running by tomorrow. 3090s then in the number 3 slot. So out of my 5, with it being the moderate and not in the top slot, I'd imagine, 3 to 5 of them will be running at a time. So then the 2080 Ti, I still never actually seen a 2080 Ti or 2080 Ti running. So I know it's a really, really good card, but yeah. 3080, I would recommend though, if you are running a 2080 Ti, I'd probably be running that with 64 gigabytes of RAM. And I would not run anything with 128 gigabytes of storage. I don't think that 120 gigabytes of storage minimum will honestly even work. I think if you try to run with that, your system is literally going to crash. The WSL files are all significantly larger than that. But just kind of like glancing through, it looks like everything's pretty much running. Other than the 3070s and the 2080s. I don't have a 2080. I don't know if I'd even try to run a 2080 on here. I mean, I might try to run it, I guess, as a filler until I got a better card that someone wanted to run. But, I am running a bunch of weird cards just because of what I had. So I do have 5 3070s. We're not really going to be able to tell what they're doing right now, though, because they're not really working. I was going to come in here and go through everything. Okay, this one is finally showing something now. Because most of them, all of them are pretty much in the process right now of picking jobs up. This one was reading nothing for the last 10 minutes, even though it had it said it was downloading the job and picked the job up. So I don't even want to bother running through all the machines, but I do want to take a look real quick at this one, the RTX 4070, it's active, running a job right now. Almost never happens. It turned off, just turned back on again. So I definitely think that's definitely pretty interesting that it's up and running. Just do this a little bit differently here. The 4090s should pick up a job for, oh, let's see here. Where's my screen? They should pick up a job at, should be about 25.9 cents an hour for $6.21. Should be what the three of them should pick up. The 3090s should pick up jobs for 10.95 cents per hour, which is $2.62 per day. The 4070 Ti's, I think they were doing the 3090 jobs when I looked. Honestly, I think that the 4070 was also doing the 10 cents when we just looked at it. So that's probably doing $2.62 a day. 4060 Ti's, these things have been all over the place. I don't even know if they are actually going to run right now if they do pick up a job. Anything from, you know, like $1.30 a day to $4 a day can be pretty common. They're just all over the place with jobs right now. There isn't really like a standard job for them. All the rest of these, the 3060s, 3060 Ti's, 3070s, 3070 Ti's, and 3080s are for the very most majority of them, majority of the time, they're going to be running at 5.5 cents per hour, which is going to be $1.33 per day. We're going to do in this one a little differently though, because I was clearly made a fool in the comment section. So we're going to look at the comments from the last couple of videos. This is my earnings video, the last one I did from 2 days ago. We're just going to run through some of the comments. We'll do this video a little differently, so if you don't like it, you know, comment down below and say you don't want to see me ever go through and run through some of the stuff. I think sometimes some of this stuff is really good, because, like, I don't, even if I post in the comment section on somebody's video, I don't normally go back later and read the comments, but some of the stuff is pretty good stuff to know. So, we're just going to take it from the top and go down. So TK421303. I do read all of the comments. Every single comment everyone makes, I do read. Normally I try to give it a thumbs up. It depends kind of what I think about it. And some of them I don't, because I just, you know, I do tend to run out of time. And if I have a comment, then I comment on. But I said thanks for the info. So thumbs up. Surfer X 1987, great shirt, LOL. As I'm wearing the Lannister shirt. One of our cats, the oldest cat we have right now, he is an orange tabby. His name is Garfield Lannister. He is a complete asshole. So my wife got me the Lannister shirt in for Christmas a couple of years ago, kind of like to pay homage to our cat, basically. Because he is our golden lion, and he is a complete jerk. But to go along with that, I am also wearing another Game of Thrones shirt right now, which I didn't really think about. I drink and I know things. She got me a couple of them for Christmas a couple years ago. She might have got me them for Christmas multiple years in a row, which is probably why I have several shirts. We do love the Game of Thrones and all that. But for the great shirt comment, I definitely agree. If I want to make $1,000 a month on average with a new farm, what GPUs should I go for, assuming a PC combo kit for each GPU? Thank you for the valuable information and all that. So we go in here and talk a little bit. I would say right now the best bet would be to try to get 3090s for about $500 a piece, or wait for the 50 series. I think any of the 50 series cards is actually going to be like your best real bet and value to try to get there. But I think if you can get 3090s for around $500 a piece or less, I think it's good. 3060 12 gigabyte cards for less than $200, I definitely would not want to pay over $200. I think the 3060 12 gigabyte cards can still be a good value at like a real cheap amount. I I don't think I would buy anything in the 40 series because they're just all overpriced with the 50 series coming in a couple weeks. The 50 series cards are going to be so much better, and I think half of them, some of them, are even going to cost less. They're going to be stronger and better and cheaper. So, like, for the most part, I'd probably try to wait for some of the 50 series cards. He goes, appreciate it, but he wants to know exactly. Do you think there'd be a problem using the PC combo kit with the 5080 or the 5090, assuming 128 gigabytes of RAM? No, zero problem or issue. Salad doesn't have any real issue with the motherboard or the CPU you're using. It makes really almost no difference at all. It might make a difference if you're using DDR3. They might give a very small priority if you're actually on like DDR5 and the newer generations. But I don't think there's any issue right now with using the DDR4. All I use really is the DDR4. I'll be like the previous gen. I'm not on any of the new gen chips or hardware. I don't know if I even have plans on getting on any of the new generation chips or hardware right now. Also, how many 3090s do you think it would take to get to $1,000? So this is when I thought we were in here a little bit quicker. My response, it would be 12 to 15 3090s to get to $1,000 a month at $2.62 a day. It's actually like 12.82 exactly, assuming they're all running 100% of the time. And then I respond to the thing with the combo kits. But I put in here, I think if you really wanted $1,000 a month, you'd probably want about 15 3090s if that was all you had. Because you need to have that little bit of wiggle room because they're not all going to run all the time. But I mean, if you go a little bit over, I think that could get you there pretty quickly to $1,000 a month. So that'd probably be, if you can get lucky, about $5,000 in graphics cards. Now, like, to be honest, I think the easiest way to do it would be you find someone trying to sell off their old mining equipment, and if you can, if you'll just buy all 10 of them they have, they'll probably give you a pretty good price on it because you're buying all 10 and getting rid of it for them. So that would probably be the easiest way to do it to get them. And then my next comment, I do think a variety of cards is good in case like something happens, because like I've been in Salad long enough where like there was a while the 3070 was the best card, there was a while the 3090 was the best card. There was a while the 4060 Ti was the best card. There was a while the 4090 was the best card. And it kind of like goes back and forth. And like there was a while the 3090 was literally the worst card that you could be running. So, Salad's, it's gone through some different phases, but a lot of it's going to do with like what everyone else has on the network. So you want to have a lot of whatever everyone else kind of doesn't have. I still think like the 3090s, any of the 90 series cards look like they're still going to be really, really good and kind of dominate. Anything really with a lot of VRAM in it is going to be good. So, but that was kind of our whole kind of conversation there. I thought it was pretty good. It got me to do a little bit of thinking. Carnivorous Bug 2396. Do we have tier 1 and tier 2 pricing? We do have tier 1 and tier 2 pricing. I only use my tier 2 pricing, the more expensive, when I calculate out all my crypto. I think I'm actually paying 12 cents for my tier 1, but in my head, the way I look at it, that's the AC unit. AC unit runs, I'm in Tampa, AC unit runs all year. It really doesn't matter. It's cool outside right now. I think we technically have the heat on right now, the heat pump going through it. So it's still running. We keep the house very comfortable all the time. So either the AC or the heat is pretty much always running. Here and there, sometimes we'll turn them off and open the windows. But for the most part, me and my wife are pretty spoiled. We like I'll pay the extra electric so we can just stay within like 2 degrees in the house all the time. And just not have to worry or think about it. So, but yeah, when I calculate, the 15 cents for me is always the tier 2, the more expensive. And then I look at it, my normal house stuff, I'm running at the tier 1. So, That's kind of how I figured that out. I think that's the best way to do it. My electric, I calculated worst case scenario, not a best case scenario. And then, as I said earlier, Jay Kashmara, I'm going to repeat myself. You say you read the comments. I do read the comments all the time. I don't remember you telling me before to use this particular thing. You didn't comment it in the video that I did it on, because there weren't any comments in there. I tried looking for your comment. I didn't see it anywhere else. But you probably wrote it somewhere, and I just brushed off. I said, I fixed my Windows updates. I don't need to do anything. I didn't have a Windows update issue for a good month. It was probably over a month, I think. I didn't have an issue, and then came home today. So I will look into this. It says he uses program. How does he say the name of the program? Those updates hard to stop. You receive. You need to register, edit. They're free programs. I use a program because it's just free and easy. Oh, he didn't say the name of the program, though. I thought he did say the name of the program in here. So because he didn't say the name of the program, I'm probably not going to be able to go use that one. So, yeah, say the name of the program so I can use the program. I'll try to look into it and see if I can find one. It winds up becoming something really weird. I am really weird about like downloading stuff. Like I want to see if somebody I kind of trust can recommend something. Like, so I thought he said the name of the program. I thought it was program BCZ in my head. That's not. I use a program because it's easy. Just press stop. It's not program BCZ. I would have been spending hours trying to find program BCZ because that's how I go. So yeah, I need to figure out a program that I can use to stop Windows updates, I guess, because obviously I'm having a problem with it. So I'm all look into it. If the problem comes back up again, because I didn't have an issue for like over a month. So I thought my fix had completely got rid of it. Clearly it didn't. You can tell my laptop right now it wants to reset too. Head Cheese wrote Go Birds, so I gave that a dislike. I am a Packers and Tampa Bay fan, so Sunday was brutally hard day for me. It's a very sad day, very sad day. I decided to get into the sports betting for the first time, and I lost all $100 that I put in. So sports betting is stupid, and football is stupid. And yeah, it stinks though having like two teams. I mean, like, I like the Bucs' chances this year a lot more than I like the Packers' chances personally. I thought the Packers went 1-5 in their division. I don't know if they beat a playoff team all year. Like, they look good, but they didn't really look like good enough. Bucs, I thought the Bucs looked good enough. They only lost by a couple points to pretty much everyone they played, and then just, Baker went out there and acted like Baker and, fumbled the ball in the red zone and, gave the game up. He had a lot of other really good plays too, but Tampa should have won that game by a lot, and Tampa stunk, and the Packers were horrifically bad, though. The first call on that game was bad too. All right, so let's stop talking about football because I don't think most of you care about football or American football. Some of you maybe do, but that's not what we do in this channel. All right, so AI rental. I didn't really look through these. I don't know if there are a lot of real comments. Oh, there are a lot of comments in here. Disadvantage with mining, continual use. Yeah, talking about salad can be nice because you're not always draining a ton of power. Okay, nice. Where is there conversations in here? Pollock 2. Says he likes me and Don't Mind Me Mining. I started watching Don't Mind Me Mining a couple weeks ago. Seems to be alright. Turning on while I'm like getting ready for work. Do you think sales is most profitable? I think we went through most of these already. What are we at? Yeah, we're already at 20 minutes. I don't want to go through a bunch of stuff I think we've already gone through. Did we go through all these too, I think? We might have. Video's already long enough. I'll try to get back and do another video maybe tomorrow once it's picked up jobs and show you kind of what all the 30 machines are actually doing. And we'll get through all of it. But if you liked the video, like button, subscribe. Come on back. Got questions or comments, concerns, leave them down below. I'm pretty good about getting back to all of them. So, yeah. They don't necessarily put them all in the videos because it's... Sometimes I think it's really good, and sometimes I think it's like, okay. I mean, the comment about my Windows Update fix not actually working to stop Windows updates, it stopped them all for a month, but now I need to come up with a better solution. So, back to the drawing board. Some of them I think do definitely deserve their whole own video, some of the comments, and some of them I think it works to just get like 5 or 6 of them like this. So, if you do have weird random questions, you can leave them down below, and I'll probably talk about them in a video later. So, yeah, that's going to be it. If you liked the video, like button, subscribe, come on back. I'll see you next time. Peace.